Welcome to Hialeah. I moved here when I was in the 5th grade. I lived in that building right there on the 4th floor in a 1-bedroom apartment with a single mom and my brother, and for a little while my aunt and my cousin, all 5 of us crowded in there. These are my old stomping grounds. I'm loaded with memories and stories, and I actually almost died right down the street not far from here when someone put a flare gun to my temple when one of my friends turned on me. Out of all the stories, let me share one that has helped shape me and my burden for Miami-Dade County. A year after I had moved to Hialeah, me and some friends were going to start a branch of a gang. And so we were doing graffiti in the back of this store when a police officer saw us. He began to chase us. We ran across the street to this apartment building right here. And I was hiding in a hallway, and I actually had got away from the police, but I was so scared. I had already been arrested twice, and I really wanted to change, but I had no clue how. Later that year, someone shared the gospel with me when I was 13 years old, and my life was radically changed forever. And I ended up growing and going on mission trips, going to other countries, sharing my faith in the Caribbean, being part of a powerful youth group, having great mentors that taught me how to share my faith. And a couple years later, at this same grocery store, when I was in high school, I was sharing the gospel in the front of this grocery store, and I met a guy, and I began to talk to him right here on this sidewalk. And as I was sharing with him, right up here in front of the grocery store, I was telling him about Jesus, and he had never heard of Jesus in his life. I even tried in Spanish, Jesucristo, and never heard of Jesus. And I thought, wow, I've been to other countries, but right here in the city of Miami, there were teenagers who had no idea who Jesus was. Began to give me a burden to say I could be a missionary to people in Miami who had never heard of him. As I was growing in my faith, I began to share the good news of Jesus with more and more young people. I attended 1 year Hialeah Miami Lakes High School. I was witnessing to my friends, people who would sit next to me in class. I would talk to people during lunch. I would share with people in the apartment buildings where we lived. And there was a more common type of young person. They had some kind of religious influence in their life, and they may have known a little bit about Jesus, but they had never heard the good news that Jesus loved them, had died for them, and they could have a personal relationship with him. Part of my burden for Miami-Dade County is that every student in this county would hear the gospel multiple times before they graduate high school. And the greatest tragedy is many in this city are very open to him, but never clearly heard the good news explained to them. I am praying, and I am working, and I'm inviting you to pray with me and work with me, and believing that every young person in Miami-Dade County would hear the gospel multiple times before they graduate high school.